This video is made because in the record books, it needs to be known that on this day in history, Chase had all the picks and he had a flawless amount of knowledge. So I just want you guys to keep track and know going forward that I do sometimes know some things. And I'm not going to say I know all things, but this was definitely fun. And I feel like I did a lot of good stuff here. So just make sure you have a good time and let me know in the comments what you think. The most important thing here, Carly Judy's significant strikes landed per minute, 10, almost 11. And then you got Juliana Miller, almost 3. I mean, and the accuracy is obviously almost neck and neck, but I would say that Carly Judy's is just going to pop her up. If Juliana Miller can get a takedown, I would give her credit, but I'm going to go ahead and say that Carly Judy's is going to shape out to be one of those prospects that just has skills that you don't even know how she came up with them. You know, she's 5-2. It's like where did she get the level of experience that she's at right now? Yeah, that is definitely the question. Jordan Levitt, I would say, is definitely a good BJJ practitioner. I thought he was going to get Trey Ogden easily because Trey Ogden has no ground game at all. So that was easy pick for me. But will I say he would be able to get a sub against somebody who's competent when it comes to the grappling? Probably not, but I think he might be able to use his experience to get the better of the positions. If Yadier shoots for a takedown, he might just get, tripped up and he might just get flipped over, and then Jordan Levitt's in full mount, anything like that. But will he finish him? I'm not thinking so. I think Jordan Levitt might be able to get a decision win here, though. Unanimous, kind of crazy. Jordan, the Monkey King! If you go back and watch his press or his little promo cuts for the Contender Series, this dude, and I'm not even kidding you, it might even be a quote. I think he said God put him on this earth to be the grappling king or some shit like that. Like, brother, you're 9-2 already and you're getting your UFC debut. So that speaks to me as like you're not as good as you think you are, unfortunately. I know LFA championship, that was one of your losses. That's cool. But my thing is, let's humble it up a little bit. I think this is genuinely, I'm telling you, I think this is a plant. There's no way that just hundreds of people have your face on a stick without the crowd being handed that. Like, I just don't buy it. I don't buy it for one moment, because when I see John Paul Labosniani, I think he's got the name. I think he's got people backing him, yes, but I think it is more or less that they're trying to get him in here because he'll get a lot of views for him. Phil Rowe is somebody who can get beat for 3 rounds. They're just hoping Jean Paul can get a finish within 3 rounds, kind of deal, which is very possible. They gave him an opponent that is very similar to who he finished on the Contender Series, which is just some tall, lanky striker who's going to stand in front of him. John Paul Labosniani, I don't believe he's actually 5'11". I think that is a fucking lie. I think he's a lot shorter than that. But the point is, he's supposed to come out here and put on a fucking performance. He's supposed to take it anywhere he wants. He's supposed to get this shit done. I don't think he's going to go ahead and strike with him. Obviously he could. He probably can get a finish if he wanted to. I didn't believe he was going to do it on Contender Series, and he did it, and I'll believe in his striking, but he said himself, he's put on this earth for grappling. Like, he's going to go in here, and Phil Rowe's got a black belt, and he's going to go submit a UFC opponent on his debut. I mean, you guys need to put it in the books right now. John Paul Mufasa! I think, everybody has a natural evolution to the game. You can't just continue to get quick submissions your entire career. I mean, Walter Walker, of course, is making a career out of it right now, but Brahima, in the same way, he's just getting very quick finishes. The level of competition has to raise. We have to keep finding people that are going to give you a different skill set that we have to figure out if you can overcome. Puna Haley is not the type of guy to get finished on the feet, at least, and I don't believe, like you said, Stoltzfus, he's a pretty damn good grappler. I'll give you guys that. But, only been submitted once. So, I mean, 2 finishes in his career that he has against him. But Brahimaj, we're going to have to find out if he's going to be able to finally win a decision. If Karimbo could do it to him, Puna Haley probably can do that too. Puna Haley! Puna! This one is definitely interesting, and I did not know this was a rematch. Unfortunately, shit happens in the bantamweight division over at women's MMA. But as of right now, I'm really high on Jocelyn Edwards. I really think that she's really coming around to it. She's 30 years old. She's coming around to her physical prime, whatever you want to say. She's very She's very skillful, she's very effective, she's very imposing for the division. Not many people in bantamweight, when we talk about Macy Chiasson, she's just slender and it's not very not a stern body, kind of deal. Jocelyn is a filled out frame. And again, young, good size, a lot of skills, very confident in her striking. And I think that's what she's come along to more recently. Nora Cornell, 9-3 at the age of 36, guys. I mean, I know she beat her already, but hopefully she's just lost a step in the last 2, 3 years, whatever the case may be. She was 33 then and had a good moment. I mean, she's not very active as it is. 9-3 is crazy because I feel like I've seen her fight twice, and like you would think, like, damn, you didn't fight any time before I saw you. I came into the sport, like Jesus Christ. But Jocelyn Edwards, I'm really hoping that you can figure out something. Unanimous decision loss to Nora Cornell, and then you come back 3 years later, or whenever you come back the moment you can get the opportunity for a rematch. I feel like Jocelyn Edwards, maybe there was something going on in that fight. Maybe there was an injury. Maybe she missed weight, bad weight cut. Who knows what the deal was? I'm going with Jocelyn Edwards because I'm telling you, she's on the come up. Nora Cornell never really struck to me as somebody who's like very, very good. Like, she's good, okay, very good, sure. But when it comes to the elite status of like who's going to be the next level, like, I know I like Melissa Mullins, and people will be like, dude, she fucking TKO Melissa Mullins. I'm like, yeah, but like, it didn't do it for me, like, it didn't really prove to me that she could go out here and finish Jocelyn Edwards. Like, Jocelyn Edwards is kind of a dog. She's not someone to take lightly. I've brought this up before. She's the type of girl that backstage she'll sneak you one if you were talking shit online. So I like Jocelyn Edwards. I think she's very, very fun. She's very effective at what she does. And of course, she wears the size XXS size shorts, and we appreciate her very, very much. Yeah, I'm going to say Jocelyn's going to win by submission in this one.
Jocelyn the Pantera!
Yeah, I'm definitely taking Corey as well.
You think he's going to be able to pull off another knockout?
I mean, Garula got knocked out by Ode Osborne. It's not necessarily promising that this dude's fucking iron chinned over here. So
yeah,
probably.
That's what I mean. This could be another nice notch in the belt for Coria.
Yeah, true. And if he's on the way to come take his buddy's belt, I'm gonna have something to say about it. So
Alden Coria!
And Alibi might end up being that dude. I gotta stop this one right here because he's not that dude. Making that clear. I got that wrong. But I think, honestly, come on, this is a win for him. There's no way that you can think Ode Osborne's not gonna do what he classically does and just lose. Look at where Alibi is from, guys. He takes this shit seriously. He's from Kazakhstan. They don't just come to fucking fight just because they want to lose one and then be out there. No, they do this because this is their life. There's no other option for Alibi at this point. He's got to beat Ode Osborne, because if he doesn't, he's headed back to Kazakhstan to probably fight in some other promotion that we've never heard of, So
Alibi!
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and also pick Carlos Leao here. I think this will be a very fun fight, guaranteed finish. If it goes to decision, guys, throw him out.
The Lion!
Me again. Carlos Leao and Chidi and Jekawani, please don't go anywhere. I don't know where I was on right here. I mean, you guys are awesome. I wanted to finish, but you guys fought like a finish was coming. So that's all I needed. I didn't need a finish. I just needed you to act like you were going to get a finish. And that's what I fucking love to see. Great. Kind of forgot that. Yeah, he definitely got chinned by a dude on his re-debut kind of deal. Gosh, I just still can't see myself. I mean, again, Zachary Reese 10-2, but the problem is I feel like I've watched you lose so many times and you really haven't. So that's got to say something. That's got to say something to me. I don't know. It's going to be a fun fight, obviously, to see what Josiah is able to bring to the UFC, because we don't really know, we don't know anything about him. But we know Jacoby Smith, very solid wrestler. He had that one move in the Contender Series where he tried to break Bro's leg by landing on him sideways kind of deal. Jacoby Smith will go out here and get a dub. It'll be gritty, but I think there's not really much to say other than Jacoby Smith should get a W here. I mean, he's had a full camp. He's been, locked in.
Kobe!
I think Sergey, I would love to believe that he could win this fight had Ante Delija been submitted before, but he's coming in here with 7 submissions of his own with never been submitted. I don't believe Sergey Spivak is gonna be the guy to be able to get that on him, you know? Maybe he is. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say that that's not gonna be what I see happening. Ante Delija has been finished on the feet 6 times though, which is pretty crazy. Sad part is Sergey Spivak has not enough power and or confidence on the feet to make that happen. I I hate to go against Sergey Spivak. I'm not gonna lie because I truly one of the people that you always have that guy that you root for that you have no reason to be rooting for. Like they don't have any reason to have fans, to be fair. But like I'm his fan. So it's just how it goes. But Ante Delija, I'm gonna say he gets this one done.
Now, I know you just watched this, just like I did when I rewatched it, and I said, oh my God, I actually didn't get them all right. I picked Dalia, but just wait. There is more.
But what I will say, and actually, I think this is where I'm going to go ahead and place money on my heart here, because I remember back, and this was during my birthday week, Sergey Spivak had a matchup against Tybura, and this was a rematch. This was the second time they had fought each other. Spivak had already lost to Tybura. I'm pretty sure that's how that went. And in the rematch, Sergey Spivak pulled an armbar from the bottom position that actually won the fight against Tybura. It was the moment right there that I realized he's not just in there signing up to fight. Tybura signs up to fight, he goes in there and he just does whatever. Sergey Spivak in that moment, I realized, had either a really good coach or a really good camp that they knew exactly how they were going to beat this dude the second time. Because that wasn't just, you don't just pull that out your fucking ass. I mean, he did, but like, and in the same way, like, they wanted that fight to go to that position and it worked to a T. He got it, set it up, got the submission, boom. If Sergey Spivak is able to pull a sliver of that into this fight and they have some sort of game plan that they're ready to grapple and get a unanimous decision or ground and pound kind of TKO type of deal, I could see it, man. He's 31 years old. There's still you're in a division that's very shallow. I mean, you don't have to feel like your life's over if you lose to Cyril Gane or if you lose to Jailton Almeida. That dude's gone now. You still have opportunities to be effective at heavyweight. I'm going to take Sergey Spivak to actually get some grapples off on Ante
All
Delija.
right.
He's not going to finish him with a sub probably, but we may see ground and pound and or unanimous decision for Sergey Spivak.
Sergey Horvat!
This one is, you're right, I am very excited for this because obviously Melky is somebody that I've been telling you guys to keep an eye out for. He's somebody that's very, very talented. He's got all the tools to be great. Vitiligo King, I mean, he's got the story. It's destiny, guys. It's what they want to happen. Listen, Dan Ige is somebody that is never going to get finished while I watch the sport. That is just not what's going to happen. Dan Ige is very good at being defensively sound. He's good at taking shots on the chin.
Melchizael, the Dalmatian!
Made my mind up. I think Uros Medic is one of the most impressive prospects that we have right now. 100% finish rate, like I said. And this is really just to feed the narrative that Miktabek is really fucking good. He submitted that guy. He submitted this dude in no fucking time. He almost ripped his damn head off. And now Uros Medic is one of the scariest dudes in the division. I mean, how good is Miktabek? I mean, it's actually even funnier because that fight, Miktabek probably showed up on short notice or something because welterweight, or did Medic cut down to lightweight? I don't know where this fucking went, but all I know is Miktabek is now back in the division of Medic, and we're gonna get our rematch at some point.
Urosh, the Doctor!
Sean Strickland, I will be the opposite side of the coin here, and I will believe that in some fashion that Sean Strickland can pepper shots for 5 rounds. Anthony Hernandez is quite literally fluff up top. I mean, his name is Fluffy. If Sean Strickland can kick him in the stomach a handful of times, I mean,
And obviously, Sean Strickland won this fight, and it capped off a flawless night for me in the picks. I went ahead and I did my best, and I hope you guys appreciate this video, and make sure you like and subscribe. And then, of course, come back on Monday where we will be going over these fights, and then we will be talking about the fights following Saturday. So, thank you very much. And yeah, here's a shout out to all my favorites in the Discord. If you're not there, well, you're doing something wrong. So make sure you comment and ask if you can get in. I will maybe grant you access.